Hello everyone and welcome to another episode of Perfection Achieved. I'm Chef Joey Prats and today we are doing a very special recipe. I've been getting a lot of requests for specialized baked products like keto and vegan and low sugar and low fat and all of that. And normally I would not accommodate those requests because I believe that baking is all about the luxury of it all. And after all, life is short. But the demand has been so overwhelming that I decided to offer for today's recipe a vegan chocolate brownies. Yep, you heard that right. We're doing a luxurious, chewy, fudgy chocolate brownies that is in fact vegan. So, which means no animal, no ingredient that comes from animals. So no animal sourced ingredient. So all our ingredients are certified to be vegan. So this will put a smile to a lot of my friends who are vegetarians and vegans, and you would not believe how simple and easy and fantastic this recipe actually is. So let's get started. So before you start, make sure your oven is preheated to 180 degrees Celsius, and you have to prepare a rectangular baking pan which measures 33 centimeters and by 23 centimeters. This is 5 centimeters deep. Okay? Grease it, brush it with softened butter, and then line it with parchment paper or non-stick baking paper. I like lining the sides as well. This makes it very easy for us to remove the slab of brownies after baking, and it makes for easier cutting of the brownies later on. Okay, so when you prepare something vegan that has chocolate in it, just make sure your chocolate is also vegan because not all chocolate is vegan. So make sure there's no animal sourced ingredient included in the chocolate. So your chocolate should contain a maximum of 5 ingredients. It should contain the cacao or the cocoa mass, cocoa butter, which is the fat, sugar, if you're using bittersweet or dark chocolate, soy lecithin, which is a natural emulsifier included in the chocolate formula, and vanilla or vanillin, if it is flavored with such. Milk chocolate cannot be considered vegan because milk comes from animal source. So take note. Alright, so the same is true with your chocolate chips. So dark chocolate chips, not milk chocolate chips. Alright, so we will begin. Oh, and this recipe does not contain eggs because of course eggs comes from animal source, which is chicken. So no eggs. But you would not believe how wonderful this recipe is. All right, so let me get started here. You'll need 2 bowls, one for the dry ingredients and another for the liquid ingredients. Okay, so in your first bowl, remember the recipe is in the description box below. So you can get all the ingredients there. And also, if it's your first time to join us, please don't forget to subscribe to this channel and hit that notification bell so that you will be notified every time we have an upload or a new release. Alright, so in our first bowl, we combine the flour. So we're using all-purpose flour, a little bit of baking powder, some fine sea salt or table salt. Okay, so let's whisk this together. Make sure it's all blended. All right, in my second bowl, which will be for our liquid ingredients, I have some boiling water. Now, boiling water is crucial whenever I make cakes or brownies that contains chocolate because boiling water releases the essential oils of the chocolate and boosts or magnifies the flavor of the chocolate. So boiling water is important. So in my boiling water, I'm going to add the unsweetened chocolate. So we're using pure 100% cacao chocolate, also known as unsweetened chocolate. So this is pure cacao mass plus cocoa butter. It does not contain any sugar. So this is very, very potent. It has a very intensely dark chocolate flavor. And this is the secret to getting our brownies to be that, intensely rich. Okay, and also we have some cocoa powder. This is unsweetened alkalized cocoa powder, also known as Dutch processed. Okay, so let's whisk this. So whisk this until the chocolate is melted and you get a nice smooth mixture. All right, so once the chocolate has melted and the mixture is smooth, we're going to add our sugar. So we're using organic sugar here. Castor sugar can also be used. And then just mix this through. So you might be wondering why I added sugar, which is obviously a solid ingredient, to our liquid ingredient bowl. In most recipes in baking, sugar is considered a liquid ingredient because when water or moisture, incorporates with sugar, sugar melts. It turns into liquid. As you can see, the sugar has melted and you've got more liquid in the bowl. Now, whenever I make anything chocolate, I always add a little bit of espresso powder or coffee powder because this enhances the flavor of the chocolate. You won't taste the coffee or the espresso, but it does boost the character of your recipe. And this is essential for chocolate recipes. Now, this recipe, the secret why this recipe is chewy and fudgy and will remain nice and soft even when refrigerated is because there's no butter in this recipe. We're using, in fact, some vegetable oil. So I'm going to add that now. I'm using vegetable oil. You can use corn oil or canola oil for this recipe as well. Whisk this. Oh, and let's add a little bit of pure vanilla extract. Try not to use imitation vanilla. You'll get a lot better flavor if you use pure vanilla extract. So whisk this well to blend all the ingredients. All right, so our mixture is now nice and smooth, all blended together. The next step would be to stir it into our dry ingredients, or you can do it vice versa. Now, cacao or chocolate is considered a vegetable. So, when you tell your kids to eat their vegetables and they go, "Can I have a piece of that brownie?" and that will take the place of my vegetable, well, you're technically right. So eat your vegetables, kids. Have a brownie. All right, so I'll add my dry ingredients to our liquid ingredients. Hang on, I'm a stickler for getting every single iota of ingredient in because this is included in our, total formula. And you simply have to fold this gently. Now this in itself is perfect. You don't have to add anything. This can go straight into your oven. But I'd like to add some dark chocolate chips and some walnuts to it. I'm really known for luxuriousness. Again, I had a heart attack years ago, and if there's one thing I learned from that episode of my life, is that life is short and that you should indulge and enjoy, because today you can be alive and tomorrow you can be dead. So enjoy life to the fullest. Okay, I've got all my dry ingredients blended into my liquid ingredients, and you can see how rich this batter is. Okay, now I'm going to add some dark chocolate chips and some coarsely chopped walnuts. Just fold it in. And this is just amazing. Amazing. So once you folded this through, take your pan and we're going to scrape the contents of the bowl into our pan. And look at how luxurious this brownie batter is. Okay, hang on, let me just get this all scraped and into our pan. Now spread it evenly all the way to the corners. A special shout out to my friends at the Bailiwick Academy, Miss Grace Parazo. I have a lot of upcoming online classes which you can find only at the Bailiwick Academy. I've got an upcoming chicken liver pate class, which is just absolutely exquisite. I've got a festive cashew tart with salted caramel buttercream. I've got a hazelnut millionaire shortbread class coming up. So for those of you who still don't know that I do online classes, you can head on over to the Bailiwick Academy. The link is in the description box below. And you can take a look at we have over 30 online classes at the Bailiwick Academy. And the beauty about online classes is that, well, you can download the recipes and the class materials. You can stream the video 24/7 from any device or gadget. And you can interact with me and thousands of your classmates through an exclusive Facebook group page. So Bailiwick Academy is the first of its kind in the Philippines. So I'm spreading this very well, getting it nice and even. Wait, there's still some batter sticking to the spatula. All right, as if that's enough, I'm going to sprinkle it with more dark chocolate chips, because there's no such thing as too much chocolate. So this is an add-on or a mix-in ingredient, and you can just go on ahead and add more if you want, add less if you want, but why would you do that? Don't go less, go more. There you go. And then some more walnuts. Now this would make a great snack, an energy treat for you, like when you're going jogging and hiking, and as an after gym treat. Or you could sell it. You could, make this part of your home bake shop business if you want. And there you go. Now, doesn't that look fantastic? All right, so let me just remove my gloves here. I'm going to put this in my oven now. Pop it in my oven for about 45 or 50 minutes. Make sure your oven is accurate. Pop in a nice, an accurate oven thermometer inside just to make sure you're getting the right temperature. Again, ovens vary, ovens differ, so you might go a few minutes up or down. Just make sure that when you stick your skewer into the center of the brownie, it comes out with some nice moist crumbs. If your skewer comes out dry, you've overbaked your brownies. So try not to overbake your brownie. All right, so in the meantime, watch our teaser trailer for one of our upcoming online classes at the Bailiwick Academy. And after that, we'll come back and we will enjoy. First, I will teach you how to cut your brownies, okay? So don't go away and watch this. If I miss something here and you miss something here, you're gonna fail. Featuring our signature foolproof recipe for macaron shells and 6 amazing fillings. Join us for this much awaited and much anticipated online class, Parisian Macarons, here at the Bailiwick Academy. All right, so we're back. I hope you enjoyed watching the teaser trailer. So if you are interested in enrolling in any of my online classes, please click the link below and that will take you straight to my page at the Bailiwick Academy, where you can enjoy more than 30 online classes at your disposal. All right, so here we are. Now, this we made last night. Obviously, the one that we mix just right now is still in the oven, but this one we made last night. And when your brownies come out of the oven, cool it in the pan for about an hour or so, and then after that, wrap the entire pan with cling wrap, put it in your fridge, and then chill it or refrigerate for at least 4 hours to firm up the brownie before you slice it. Because if you cut it when it's still warm, then it could crumble and you won't get that clean, professional looking cuts. And that's what you want. Okay, so once your brownie, your slab of brownie is nice and chilled, you're ready to take it out of the pan and cut it. So simply take your, as you can see when we lined our pan with parchment, we extended the parchment all the way up to the sides, the top of the pan, so that when you're ready to remove your slab of brownies, simply take the paper and yank it out of the pan this way. And your pan stays nice and clean, and you don't get to cut your brownies in the pan, you don't damage the pan. Okay, so here is our slab of brownies. You simply peel off the paper this way. Okay, you can remove the paper altogether if you wish, this way. Okay, my marble slab is clean. Get rid of the paper. You will need a long, very sharp chef's knife. Okay, and then we're going to cut this into whatever size and shape you wish. So I'm going to cut this into 24 bars. I prefer elongated bars rather than squares, my personal preference, but you can go on along and just, cut it any way you want. So I'm going to cut this first in half. Yes, for those of you who know me, then you know that everything has to be exact. Okay, so just simply draw your knife straight down. Okay. So we cut it into 4 on the long side, and then we're going to cut it 6 rows on the short side, okay? So, as you can see from the cross section, Zion, can we get a close up on this? Zion is my, he's the assistant director here. See how nice and fudgy and chewy this is. So this is enough to turn you into a vegan. All right, so we're going to cut each of these bars into 6. And the nice thing about chilling your brownies overnight is that when you cut it, you get super nice and clean cuts. Now this is an oil-based brownie, so as I said earlier, this will remain nice and soft and chewy and fudgy even when you consume it straight from the fridge. All right, so we'll finish cutting this into bars, and when we come back, I'm going to have some of my Earl Grey tea, and then we're going to enjoy these vegan fudge brownies. Do not go away. Welcome back. Here we have it, our vegan fudge brownies. Perfection achieved. So I am sure you're going to enjoy this as well as your family and friends. I tell you, these are the chewiest and fudgiest brownies you will ever experience. So, you know me, I love my Earl Grey tea, and it's that time of the day again, and I'm going to enjoy a bar of my brownies along with some tea. So, for those of you joining us for the first time, please don't forget to hit that subscribe button and also that notification bell. Okay, and visit my page at the Bailiwick Academy to see my latest online classes. So this is going to be a fantastic snack, and I tell you, this is one for the books. So here we go. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Absolutely fantastic. I hope you enjoyed this episode of Perfection Achieved. Join me again, I'm Chef Joey Prats, next time as we present to you another wonderful recipe that you can share with your family and friends, only here on our YouTube channel. This is Perfection Achieved.